Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to talk a little bit about distribution and some of the things that I've found out, been told, whatever. Um, we'll start off with the GI Joe Retro line. This line here, the GI Joe Retro packaging line, whatever you want to call it, they're basically repacked modern figures with retro artwork on the packaging. You know, we've had the Cobra Hiss, the GI Joe Awe Striker, and now the Cobra Fang coming up, which the Fang is a little bit disappointing. What's even more disappointing than the quality of that toy or that set is the distribution. We have people, as in the past, pre-ordering these items through Walmart and having their pre-orders get pushed back or even canceled. I've seen people saying that their pre-order for the Fang, which these should be shipping right now, their pre-order for the Fang has been canceled. And we know that we're into wave 3 in the GI Joe Retro line. The Cobra Commander, Lady J, and Duke figures are supposed to be coming out, hitting shelves, when you have people who haven't even seen wave 1 on the shelves. Come on, Hasbro. What are you doing? You're missing out on a ton of money here. You know, these figures are selling for like, what, $13 a piece, and you can't even find them on the store shelves. I've seen, I picked up Wave 1 at a local Walmart, and basically, they never got anything else in. It's like they only got like 1 or 2 cases in. Wave 2, I was lucky enough to find a couple of the figures in a store. It was like 2 on a shelf, and a buddy of mine hooked me up with the Scarlet figure. I found Destro and Roadblock at another Walmart that's somewhat near here. And these figures they're just not coming in. People want to buy them and they can't. They're having to go to eBay and buy them in the secondary market. That shouldn't be a thing. If we've got a new series, a new line that's out, especially a store exclusive, I mean, we won't even get into the Cobra Island stuff with Target right now, but a store exclusive like Walmart, look what Mattel did with He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Those figures are all over the place. You can find every bit of the first wave in pretty much any given Walmart store. Everybody pretty much already has them that wants them, but they're still selling. They're not just hanging there warming the pegs. They're actually moving product, and there's product to be had. So Mattel's definitely doing that right. Now, it could be that they did a massive ramp up in production and had all of these figures ready to go before they actually started shipping out to sell and whatnot. And I don't think that Hasbro's done that with GI Joe. As far as the classified series, we should be well into wave 3, which wave 3 now consists of Zartan, the Cobra Infantry figure, and the repaints of Roadblock and Scarlet. The repaints for Duke and Snake Eyes from Wave 1 are also coming out as reissued figures, and that is a direct result of people not being satisfied with the paint schemes from the other Wave 1 figures. A lot of people didn't like the metallic colors, the gold, everything looking too high-tech and futuristic and whatnot. Personally, I dig that stuff, but I mean, I love the sci-fi aspect of G.I. Joe. I'm a sci-fi nerd. But what we're seeing is no figures on the shelf. You can luck into them. Sometimes people are finding like a Zartan or a Cobra Infantry on the shelf at a Walgreens or something. What are these, Walgreens exclusives or something? They should be everywhere. They should be in every big box store that we go into. But you see nothing but empty pegs at Walmart. You see nothing but empty pegs at Target and pretty much anywhere else that sells the G.I. Joe product. You can go online and purchase these sometimes in the secondary market for about $30 shipped, which that's pretty much retail plus tax plus shipping. That's what I sell mine for. I sell them. I'll do pre-sales at $25 a figure, and I'll sell afterwards at $30 shipped, because that's pretty much retail plus tax plus shipping, and in USD. But interestingly enough, since I started selling, I now have a sales rep with the distribution company that buys directly from Hasbro. And couple weeks ago, I had received notice that the Zartan full cases and the infantry full cases were being pushed out to April and May, respectively. So those were initially dated for February. So you're moving a product's street date from February to May. It's quite a jump. And it also tells me that something is wrong. Something is happening with production. They're either not able to make enough product, or they're just not able to get the product out, or it's sitting on a ship somewhere trying to cross the ocean. Something is going on. And I, in a phone conversation with my sales rep the other day, and again, take this with a grain of salt. I am in no way, shape, or form saying that he is telling the truth or that he's lying. He just conveyed information to me when I asked the question. I asked him what was going on, or if he knew what was going on with Hasbro and their distribution of product to the distributor. And this isn't even like to the stores. This is just to a distributor. And he said that Hasbro's reasoning behind this is COVID. That their production delays are due to COVID. Now, that really doesn't explain to me why Hasbro is putting out Wave 3 of the retro line when we haven't even seen Wave 1 hit the shelves. We haven't even seen any of Wave 2, and they're already promoting Wave 3. But he attributed the production issues and the delays in street dates with the Classified series, which may be a completely different factory than what the retro line's made in. But he said that it's because of COVID restrictions. It's COVID related travel restrictions and restrictions within the production facilities that they've put into place to try and lessen the likelihood of people contracting COVID from each other. They're trying to prevent any spread within the factories, because we know that if it starts to spread in a factory, that it's probably going to get shut down. They won't have any choice. They won't have anybody to work there. But he did say that COVID restrictions are greatly slowing the manufacturing capabilities in these factories. And like I said, take that with a grain of salt. Take it for what it is. I'm not saying that he's telling the truth, and I'm not saying that he's lying, but that's what he's been told, is that the reasoning behind it is COVID related. And my sales rep actually said that it wasn't just with G.I. Joe that this happened. That this is happening with. It's not just the Classified line. It's several products from across multiple different toy lines and even multiple different companies. It's not just Hasbro. And I think that it has more to do with the locations these companies are having their toys and action figures and stuff manufactured in. If it's somewhere that COVID has been historically heavy, they're probably putting in a lot more restrictions and trying to keep more and more people from contracting it. I know that with where I work, we have COVID restrictions in place, and it's definitely, I'm not going to say that it's necessarily hindered production, but it takes us a longer amount of time to get into the building and get settled into whatever it is that we're doing for the night. I have to clean my desk and my computer and everything with a bleach solution every night before I start work, and I have to do that again at the end of my shift. I have to clean it again before the next shift and my counterpart comes in. And that's what everyone's supposed to be doing as well. So that adds time to it takes time away from the production time spent in the day. Not a lot, but it adds up. And especially if they have travel restrictions in place, these people working in these facilities may not be able to as easily or quickly travel to and from their jobs. There's just a lot of things that can go into it. And no, I'm by no means making excuses for it, because it seems like, to most of us, it seems like they're just being lazy, or they don't care about us as the consumer, or they don't care about the product, which some of that may be the case, but I just really don't see a company like that not caring about making money. And that's really all that it comes down to for them. They're not emotionally invested into these products, I don't think. It's all about money for them. So I don't see them not wanting to make the money. It has to be something else. It has to be some kind of a problem that they're encountering with production, and the production facilities not being able to keep up with demand. So that being said, the Wave 3 cases of the classified figures, I was able to secure a pre-order for 5 cases of those. I'm hoping to have some of those in hand sometime in March, before the solid cases of Zartan and Infantry come in. And if I do, I'll fulfill some of my pre-orders out of those and be selling some of those, some of the repaint figures as well. It's all that I can, I hated to send that message out to people that, hey, guys, your pre-orders with me have been delayed months, but it's all of us being affected by it. It's larger stores, it's independent sellers, it's brick and mortar toy and comic stores. It's everybody being affected by this, not just us all as consumers, but also those of us that are in business. So I hope that you all stick with it. I love G.I. Joe. I know most of you do too. And let's keep buying whatever we can. That's really all that we keep supporting the brand. I know a lot of people don't want to support it, but at the same time, Classified has brought in a lot of collectors from across many different action figure lines. The Classified 6-inch series has brought in people from Marvel Legends and other 6-inch scale toy lines. Mostly, I would say Marvel Legends, but the Star Wars collectors are thinking it's pretty cool too. Guys are like, G.I. Joe doesn't scale with my Star Wars figures. And then all of a sudden, hey, G.I. Joe scales with my 6-inch Star Wars figures. And this is really cool because I only like 6-inch, or I only like this, or whatever. But, it's brought some other people in, and that's a good thing. So, anyway, if you see these out in Walmart, you want to pick them up. It's the retro packaging. That's what I'm calling is the retro packaging line, because it's not a retro figure at all. But the Classified figures, I think, are the best. I really do enjoy those 6-inch figures. They're cool, and for the most part, they're solid. Of course, you're going to get some quality issues here and there, as you saw with my last video in the retro Fang. The figure literally broke right after I took it out of the package. The arm snapped off. I had a couple of issues with one of my Firefly figures. His hip was extremely loose, and the leg would just pop right off. And I checked out another one, and it wasn't like that. As with any of this stuff, though, there's gonna be quality issues that pop up, especially if the production facilities are rushing to try and get product out. Anytime, and anyone who's ever worked in production knows this. Anytime that you try to increase your productivity, anytime you try to increase production numbers, you are going to sacrifice quality. It happens. You cannot control quality at a higher volume without putting other certain things in place to do that. And it's a battle uphill every day for me and the job that I do. And I understand the quality problems that come about in manufacturing and production. So anyway, I hope that we see production ramp up on these, and that we start seeing more stuff actually on the shelves in the stores. If not, don't be disappointed. You can still purchase these figures in either pre-orders, pre-sales, or in the secondary market. Yeah, you can pay a little bit more, but if you want something bad enough, most people are going to pay for it. Like I said, most of us, we charge retail plus tax plus shipping. It's basically just like ordering from from Walmart or any other place. Besides that, a lot of places here in the States, you're not really going to want to get out in a crowd of people and shop anyway because of, well, COVID. COVID is a threat to a lot of people. I don't want it. I don't want to bring it home to my family. Most of you don't either. And I know that some of you that have had it, your symptoms vary widely. I don't want to get too much into this. This isn't a video about COVID. It's mostly about shopping practices. But, if you want this stuff, unfortunately, you're probably going to have to order a lot of it and have it delivered to your home. I know that some people don't want to do that. Some people, they're more after the nostalgic aspect of going out and finding it on a shelf in the store and having that thrill of the hunt. And other people, they don't care anything about that. They just want the product in their hand. So I can kind of identify with both sides of that. For the most part, I would just rather have product in my hand. So anyway, that's it for this little short video. Thank you for joining my TED Talk. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and stay tuned for more videos that I'll be posting soon. Yo, Joe!